Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Maneaters. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody, and I've got an awesome guest here. She joined us last season for, I believe it was Wyvern, wasn't it? The dragon
Yes,
one?
yes,
Yes.
that was a good one.
Yeah, that was the dragon one. And then we've got this one that we're doing, and it is in the spider's web. But before we get into that, let me introduce Liz Fletcher. How you doing, Liz?
Hi, Jonathan. I'm good. How are you tonight?
Good, good. Really excited. So I don't know if I told you this maybe I did, but before I picked this movie, I do not like spiders. Like they are my least favorite thing in the world. Like if I run into an actual spider web, I freak the fuck out, you know. And we'll probably get into some of those things. But are you a fan of spiders?
I like spiders. The whole movie, I was like, I want to hold that one.
Oh, well, I was like wondering because there was times where it looked like Lance Henriksen was holding the spiders, and I was like, are they really letting you like either that spider doesn't have a because there were sometimes there were real spiders and you could tell which ones were the real spiders and which ones were obviously CGI. And we'll get into that, you know. But the real spider, oh man, like there's one point where he's holding the spider and he's like, oh, this is a very poisonous spider. And I'm like thinking, wait, they're like, I don't know if they showed Lance Henriksen actually holding it or if it was just like somebody's hand. It didn't happen to be, you know, Lance Henriksen's. I can't remember, but oh man, I would never, even if you paid me to act in a movie and hold a spider, I wouldn't do it, especially if it was poisonous, you know?
I don't think they actually probably used poisonous spiders. They all looked like tarantulas to me.
Right. They all looked almost the same, you know, which they probably, it would be funny if they used the same spiders and then just kind of duplicated them all,
Hmm.
you know, like through visual, whatever. So it all looked like there was millions, but it's really just the one, you know?
Right.
Um, but anyway, to go into the story and everything, basically a group of what are they? Like are they what were they doing? Like for
I thought they were scientists at one point,
they didn't seem
but
very
then
very scientific at all. Like they didn't know what
Well,
they
no, they didn't. And then I think at one point they were talking about how it was a vacation for them, which I don't know why a group of friends would go on a vacation to a remote jungle in India.
well, it was that
I
and
don't know. I couldn't figure it out.
yeah, I couldn't figure that out too. And worst part is I couldn't figure out like how they all knew each other because I could understand how two of them knew each other. And then they all seemed to know the girl who got bit.
Right.
But then, like, how do the guys know them? And then there was the
Yeah.
guide, you know,
I
who
have
didn't
no
know.
idea. That's why I thought they worked together and this was some kind of a scientific, I don't know.
All right. Well, it says in India, the backpacker American friends. So they say friends. So I guess they all know each other. Gina, John, Stacy, Geraldine, and Phil hike in the woods with their guide, Brian. When Geraldine is bitten by a poisonous spider, sounds like a lawsuit on the guide's, you know, guide's behalf. If somebody gets bitten by a fucking poisonous spider, you know, the group decides to seek an American doctor that lives in the jungle in a tribe. Dr. LeCorpus, I think that was how you said his name,
Hmm.
treats the girl, and while Gina, John, and Phil return to the village and civilization, Brian and Stacy stay with the native. They decide to visit the temple in the forest while waiting to for the recovering of Stacy. However, they find a dark secret about Dr. LeCorpus. So, all right. I guess that explains the story, you know, pretty much. But I don't like I guess five backpacker friends, like they're like, oh, let's go backpacking in India and the middle
Why
of the
not?
woods, you know, like I mean, if it were like a beautiful like woods or something, or whatever, like I could see it, like if there's like waterfalls that you could like, that they were going to go see or something.
Right.
But it looked like any other woods anywhere else. That's my only big problem with the movie. Is like I was like, why are these people walking? And then like it starts out that way too. Like it
Right.
starts the movie off with them doing that. You don't really get a chance to even meet these people. It's like all of a sudden we're in here and Geraldine gets bitten by a spider. You know,
Right.
and I was kind of disappointed by that because once again, I'm like, who are these people? What are they doing? Right? Like, weren't you like wondering that the whole time you were watching it, going, who are these people in relation to each other?
Well, that's why I don't know why I was thinking from the beginning that they were scientists, or I don't know.
Something, right? Well, I mean, and that would make sense, maybe. Like, they were scientists that were looking for something specific,
Right.
and they ended up getting bitten by a spider, which could happen, like
I
that
mean,
right
it is
there.
the jungle.
Right. And you have to have a guide because you don't know how to get to the area you need to get to. But and then when they're in jungle, the spider bites them and they're like, oh shit, let's go see this other scientist we know who lives out in the what we've heard of that lives out in the woods that knows all about spiders, which seems very convenient, in that situation. This the guy would be like that. I don't know. It's kind of a weird start to the movie, but uh, who is your favorite character in this movie?
Oh, by far the Indian policeman.
For real? Yeah, I liked him. He was fun. I like that guy too. Um, I don't know though. I really like Lance Henriksen in this though. Like he was
Yeah.
my. I kind of wanted to see more of him. Like I feel like for like the villain, he doesn't. It doesn't make almost any sense. You know what? You know
Right.
like
You couldn't really tell what his motive was.
I mean, other than I guess feeding these spiders or whatever and doing everything, I
Selling body parts.
and selling body parts. Yeah. Other than that, I don't really know like, anything more about him, you know? Like it would have been cool if you got a little bit more backstory of like why he was
Right.
still there or what was going on. It's I honestly wish that would have happened had the group not gone back home, but then we would have gotten the your favorite character. Maybe he could have been stumbling across this thing, or something,
Hmm.
or whatever. But it almost like it felt really weird when they like went back to town and everything, and then like I felt like that whole side trip just took some time out of the movie that
Yeah.
could have been used developing more of the characters that were there, you know.
True.
Yeah. But anyway, that's my like as a writer, that was my thought, in my head. Um so yeah, what did you like about the cop guy?
I think he just brought some humor. I'm a humor lover. Any film, I'm drawn to the humor in it, which is why I like Marvel as opposed to DC. They just do such a better job of bringing humor. Um, but uh, the part when they first walk in and one of the hikers is talking to him real slow and loud, and he's like, bruh, I speak English. I know that joke's been done before, but it gets me every time.
I don't know though. It was 2007, that the movie was made. So
Oh, that
maybe
is true. I forgot
maybe
that was when it was done.
maybe people stole it. The writer of the film was actually has done a lot of great stuff. He wrote the new It movies, you know. He
Really?
he did the Annabelle movies. Um, he did the Nun. Uh, he did what else did he do? Well, he did a couple of the oh What in the world is this? Oh yeah, okay. So they were supposed to do like a movie, like real version of Are You Afraid of the Dark, and he was going to be the director or the writer of it, but never happened. Sadly, they did do TV shows, a couple like
Yeah, I saw the newer ones. I didn't think they were as good as the original.
I I'm weird about it because I kind of liked what they were trying to do, but both times they did the same thing where they tried to like make it about the Midnight Society instead of about the whatever's. I didn't like it as
Right.
much. But anyway, going back to he developed the Swamp Thing. That's pretty cool. And he's done a bunch of other stuff. He's got a bunch of movies coming up. He's going to be writing the Salem's Lot movie that's coming out. So wow, this dude's went off from doing this and a couple other Maneaters movies like Blood Monkey and Swamp Devil, which was both covered in last season's
Mm-hmm.
to in this one, and then moving on to bigger and better things. He definitely you could definitely see he had his chops. Like he's a good
Yeah.
writer. He's really good at creating characters who you interest. You kind of like. So the cast of this film is, we said Lance Henriksen as Dr. LaCorpus. There's Emma Catherwood as Gina. Lisa Livingstone as Stacy. I'm trying to remember which ones these were. I'm guessing Gina was the blonde girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm guessing Stacy was
Was her best friend, I think.
was the best friend who stayed behind, right?
Yeah.
And then John, I want to say is the what is it, the other guy that stayed along, or whatever.
Right. Did he get rescued in the end?
Well, not the one who stayed along. He's the one who got who went with them, to the other place.
Yeah,
So
he was with Gina in the caves.
yes.
And they got stuck in the web together.
I'm trying to think, I don't think he got rescued.
Because I was so confused. I'm watching it and then I looked away, looked at my phone for a second, and I looked up and some other movie was starting and I was like, wait a secon. What happened to John?
I think it kind of ended where it's like kind of oblivious, you're not sure, who.
I mean, I saw the spiders starting to close in on him.
Right. Huh.
But I thought they would. I thought they would have gone back for him.
I don't think they did. I mean, I think they did, but I think it was too late.
Okay.
I think that was the whole idea. Is like it was too late because they said, "Oh, we'll be back for you," and that kind of sucks. Like, I mean, at this rate, honestly, if I would try to get out, right? But if I knew that like I couldn't get out, I would have just killed myself. Like I would have just jumped into that, because like I would rather that happen than be eaten and like torn apart by like spiders, or some shit.
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't know, man. If I knew there was just no way out, it's just like that's it. I'm gonna end it, But I would have tried to go out fighting at first, That's what he tried to do. I think he tried to leave, but I mean, there's just too many of them. Poor guy. But interesting thing about these Maneaters movies is there's never a sequel, but they always kind of set it up where there could be a sequel. There's never been a sequel to any of these, so I don't know. Maybe it's just a matter of like, oh, we're just happy we got. I guess the sequel is the next movie in the series. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like or whatever. So at least there's another movie coming from them. And then I guess the sergeant is named Sarab Ardeshir. That's the one you like. Has he done anything else? He was.
I don't know. I checked the movie out on IMDb, but I didn't actually go into any of the people's individual pages.
Okay, he's been in a lot of Indian movies, like
Makes sense.
I would hope so. that he would be in those. But yeah, and if he does something, it seems like, I mean, there's not much he can play that's not, like an Indian type character, I guess. Thought he was great. Let's see who else. Um, which one was Brian? Brian was the guide, right? Is that what he said? Did he see?
Yeah, he was the older one of the group.
Yeah, the bride, the guide Brian. And he was played by Mike Rogers, who has been in a few things. Like a lot of these actors hadn't really been in a lot of stuff, like this is mainly their main movie.
Right.
But yeah, and Geraldine has been in a lot of stuff. You can kind of tell. This sounds terrible, but you can kind of tell which people have been big and have not. The ones who have the IMDb like photo of them, because you see a lot of people in a lot of these movies, they don't have the photo on IMDb. And it's probably because they quit.
That's so weird.
Well, a lot of it's because they quit acting.
Why?
Because some people it's like they're just done with trying to do it, and some people they did it for a while and then they're not getting the work that they want, I guess. That would be my question, my thing. But yeah, she's Jane Perry's done some stuff too. Well, I did not mean to do that. She was in a show called The Syndicate in 2021. Okay, it said 2012. I was like, some of these not these actors went, but no, she's actually been doing a lot of stuff. I've never heard of any of these shows. Are they British? Like, have you heard of the Syndicate or?
It sounds familiar.
Well, she was in the video game for the Legos, The Incredibles. She did voice. Weird. She's done a lot of voice work. She was in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, but she was like a female customer in bakery. So, it seems like she gets more independent stuff. She gets better roles.
Right.
Obviously. Yeah, but she's been in a few things. She's got a good little thing. Who was Phil? Phil was one of the guys that died early, right? Or something.
Was he the guy that kind of looks like a hippie?
Yes. The one with the beard and everything or whatever. Like, I'll show you his picture if I can. That guy.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a more bearded Mark Zuckerberg. I liked him a lot. He was fun. He actually had some comedy to him too.
Right.
He was kind of like the third wheel when they were going into the right. Like he was the guy that's sort of there while they're going to get help, or whatever.
Yeah.
And the other two like each other, but he's kind of caught in the middle of it, which I'm guessing that's why the girl wanted to stay behind, because she was like, my best friend's trying to get some, and I don't want to be around that shit. But it also made sense, like, don't leave Brian the guide all by himself,
right?
Like, go with them. Let's see who else. I think that was like it of the main people, right? And everybody else was like Indian police officer or brother. Oh my god, remember the brother? That was so creepy.
Yeah. Makeup for this film was spot on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved the makeup.
I was impressed by that reveal in the end.
I was too. And on top of that, before then, when he was like waving at him, like that scene is
his fingernails.
Oh god, yeah. And then the girl's just like, hey, just right after they got freaked out by the spider, and stuff. They're like standing on the table, freaked out that the spider's gonna bite them. Everybody's all laughing at them, and I'm like thinking, dudes, that's so fucked up and weird, like they're all laughing because they're scared of the spider. Well, of course, like I'd be like that too.
But I mean, here's the thing. I thought some of their reactions to the spiders was comical, because if you're that terrified of a little spider, why the hell are you going to a jungle?
Right. And on top of that, why would you go through caves that obviously have spiders in them? Like that scene where where they're going through the caves and she's got all the spiders on her.
Yeah.
By the way, that's like my least favorite scene in the whole movie, for like, not because it's a bad scene, but because like I do not like, that freaked me the fuck out. Like
the spiders that were on her.
Yep. It terrifies me, man. Just scary. I hate it. I'm telling you, man, like I'm one of those people that I get freaked the fuck out from them. I don't know. You don't seem to be scared of spiders.
Yeah, I actually, when I was doing a commercial shoot last Wednesday, it was outdoors and there was a spider on the ground. I picked it up.
You picked up the spider?
It was just a little guy. He wasn't that big.
So why did you pick him up?
I don't know. I like bugs.
I guess that's the it's the tomboy in you or something. The
only bug I do not like is the house centipede. Those things creep me the hell out.
What's a house centipede look like, I wonder?
Just look it up later.
I'm gonna look it up fucking right now. Let's see what the fuck this thing looks like and show everybody.
They are the creepiest things you'll ever see.
Creepiest things. House centipede.
I can do anything except for those.
Really? Those things?
Oh, let me see. I can't see it.
I know. Stupid thing. It keeps
blending. It's turning into your green screen.
I know. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring
it's not a regular centipede.
No, it didn't show. I don't think it's a regular one. How big are they?
They can get pretty big.
I don't know. You can sort of see that. No, you can't. It keeps coming in. There you go.
Yes. Oh, these are so gross.
So do they live by you or something? Have they been in your house?
Yeah.
So they actually live in houses?
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm glad I'm over here in Virginia. I don't think we have it. I've never seen one of those. Knock on wood.
Well, I have farmland behind me, so I get all kinds of stuff in my house. Lately it's been millipedes. There are millipedes everywhere.
Millipedes aren't that bad. Like
they're not. They're just annoying because they're everywhere, and I have to wear my slippers because if I walk through the house, I am guaranteed to step on one.
Oh, and you don't want to step on one.
I don't want to step on them in my socks.
Look, I'm one of those people that if I can, I will put a spider into a glass and set it free.
See,
or
that's
whatever.
What I do.
I try to do that. I will not touch it. And I freak the hell out if it tries to like jump or escape or something, because there are some jumping spiders and that shit terrifies me. Like, I'm like, nope, you cannot be in my house because you're just going to jump on me while I'm sleeping. I don't like that.
Okay, so I have to tell you a funny story of something that
Yes.
It was to my ex-husband. He was upstairs playing video games in his racing rig setup thingamajig, and I found a spider and it was dangling from a web. So I took it upstairs. Sorry, my battery's low. So I took it upstairs and it was hanging from its little web, and I dangled it in front of his face from behind him, and he didn't know what it was at first he thought it was something on the screen, and then he started batting at it. He realized it was a real.
Oh God.
That was kind of mean of me to do that.
Well, there you go,
I
folks.
thought it was funny though.
It
I
is.
thought
It's hilarious. It's just I nope. Nope. You do that to me, you're nope. I'm leaving.
that's probably why we're divorced.
No, I doubt that, but what do you think? Spider, the spider ruined your ruined the marriage. All of a sudden, let's blame it on the spider. Hey, I mean, crazier shit happens.
That's true.
Yeah, but I don't know. I would terrified. I'd run the fuck out, and I'd be mad at you for like a while. My story was I was in LA and I was talking to my friend Sarah on the phone, sitting on a bench, right? And this guy, one of my neighbors, walked by. This awesome dude walked by, and he walks up. He goes, "Hey man, just be careful. There's been a lot of brown widows on that thing." I jumped the fuck up. I was like, I'll call you back. I freaked out, ran to my room. I tore off my clothes. I threw them in the hamper. I ran in the shower. I did everything, like, washing my body like a million times, and then took my clothes, got that washed. No brown widow was gonna live through that shit. There wasn't any, but since then I did not touch that. The bench I was on. I didn't even know there was a thing as brown widows.
I didn't know either.
Yeah, like I heard of black widows, but there's actual black and there are brown widows. Now there's also the brown recluse, who's different than the brown widow.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go. There's your insect lesson, my friends. Spider lesson. Join us for more spider tips. Do not sit on benches at night. I can't take that crap. Like here in Virginia, we have those things, but they barely ever like are noticed. You know what I mean? So thank God, because I don't think I can handle a big ass, or a black widow or brown widow on me. I cry.
Oh yeah, I mean, you obviously don't want to be around those kinds of spiders.
Poisonous ones, no. And he was saying in the movie some poisonous ones I'd never heard of and stuff. So I'm like, wow, I'm wondering like how many poisonous spiders are in India. Probably 12. A lot. 12? Is that your guess, or is that your knowledge?
Came off the top of my head.
Let's find out how many poisonous. This is just me playing on my phone all day. Poisonous spiders. Poisonous spiders are in India. I don't think this was shot in India, though.
I was wondering where it was filmed. It didn't look like the US.
Okay, widow spiders, which I don't know if that's the same thing as it says 15 popular spider families, but
I was close.
Would you say 12?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're close. I mean, if you're playing the prices right, you would have you might have made it.
Made it to the showcase.
Let's see. Widow spider, trapdoor spiders, tailed cellar spiders. These are real. Oh, these are house spiders. Fishing spiders, huntsman spider. I mean, there's tons of them. Oh, so just Google India, poisonous spiders, 15 families. I don't know if that means there's more actual spiders, like how many are in each family, Interesting thought, I don't know. I'm sorry, but like movies like this make me glad I do not camp. I do not go camping, and I'm okay with that.
Camping.
I mean, I would if I had a reason to, like some. But even then, I like you watch enough of these movies, you learn that camping is a bad thing to do. Sorry, if you don't get bit by a poisonous spider, there'll be a Sasquatch out in the woods.
That's why you bring. That's why you bring a gun, a knife, a big old can of hairspray, and a butane lighter,
so that you can set them on fire with the hairspray. Okay, well, that's interesting. I don't know. You always see the like the GIF of like the what is it the person like burning the spiders alive, like burn it, or whatever. Because like seriously, that's how I react when I see a spider. I want to fucking destroy it,
burn the whole house down.
I know. I'd rather the sad thing is I'd burn the whole house down and the spider would still get
walk out.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, the house is gone. Okay, well, I have no reason to be here anymore. And neither does Jonathan. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know. I really enjoyed this movie. I think this is one of the there actually, to be honest, the Maneaters series has a lot of fun movies. There's some bad ones,
right?
But a lot of them are just goofy and fun and silly, not to be taken seriously. And this one was a little bit more serious. And once again, the only scene that I absolutely hated in the movie or whatever shot was the when the spider was caught in the web, or not caught, the butterfly was caught in the web, because that was obviously fake. Those
right.
Whatever like multicolored butterflies they see, and then one of them gets caught, and they only did that because there's no way they were actually going to kill a real, PETA would be after them, if they actually even showed that. I think like even if they just found a poor thing, I don't think they can actually show that, right? Like ASPCA and PETA would come after them, like,
right.
Would you imagine that? Like, you can't do that, can you?
Probably not.
Right. You see a lot of movies, but it's all like, it's usually fake. If somebody steps on a bug, it's usually a fake dead bug. They don't actually step on a real bug, because it's, even though they're, wild animals or whatever, wild insects, they're still animals, they still have, whatever. So usually it's a fake bug, which I've never had that seen in any of my movies. I usually don't do that. So I don't even know how you would do that. If that would be CGI, or if there would be like fake goo you can buy to make it look like you stepped on a bug.
Check Amazon. You can find anything on Amazon.
It's true. If not Amazon, eBay.
True.
That's right. Or Etsy.
Oh yeah, Etsy. Do you ever go on Etsy?
Occasionally, for like T-shirts and stuff.
You can buy magic spells on Etsy.
Wait, like books, or like magic books, or like spell books, or like
you can have a legit witch cast a spell for you
on Etsy.
On Etsy.
Interesting.
Don't ask me how I know that.
That sounds like a wonder. All right, let's not ask Liz that question. Once again, afraid for her ex-husband.
It wasn't to do with harming anybody.
Oh, okay, never mind. We'll have a talk later about
it was
this.
A weight loss.
Oh,
I didn't buy it.
What? You just looked it up?
I was just looking.
Spells have a way of like always like like biting back at you, like you might think, oh, this is a great idea for a spell, but I guarantee you something bad will come from it, like no matter what, like even if it's like, you doing something nice for somebody, it's still bad things will come from it just because, it's just, messing with the natural order of things,
Right.
That's my opinion. But if you
Oh,
ask like,
yeah.
if you ask somebody like Paul, he would say there's no such thing as magic spells, and whatever. Maybe there's not. I don't know. I've never physically done one, and I hope I never do, because I mean, that's just scary. I don't know. Because even if it didn't work, just the thought of it working, would freak me out,
Yeah.
But interesting weight loss spell. I never even thought about that as a thing. Like trying. How did you stumble across that? That's my question. Did you Google it?
I Googled how to lose weight fast.
Actually, very funny. That's like,
ooh, Etsy's got magic.
that's definitely a way to do it fast.
So
Wow.
I've been exercising and eating healthier. That's how I've been doing my thing. I did not do a magic spell.
How do we know you didn't do it?
I mean, I'll show you my smoothie maker and my treadmill.
just play with you. But yeah, that's funny. I thought it would be like a love spell or something, like those are normal, I've never heard of weight. Now you're giving me ideas for like my movies and stuff now. Like,
okay. That's what I'm here for.
You're my muse.
Yes.
We've talked about this before. You've already been that. Mm-hmm. So there you go. But anyway, yeah, I love it. So to go back to In the Spider's Web, thank God there's no like spells for spiders, as far as I know. There probably is. I just don't, I don't know what the spell would be, like turning somebody into a spider. I bet that could happen.
Or controlling spiders with a spell and making them do what you want them to do.
Do your bidding. Go, spider, go. Attack.
Spiders, go get me a cup of coffee.
I don't know. That would have to be a big ass spider, though.
No, like, but if you have a bunch, think of Ant-Man. Obviously, one ant can only do so much, but if you have a whole bunch of them, they can do
a colony of spiders who pick up your coffee and bring it to you. You know how mad they would be, though? Like, being forced to do something against their will like that, like.
But if I kept them fed and warm and taken care of, they'd want to do it for me.
Spider, go fuck with my ex-husband or my husband right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, is that what happened? Is that it? You started a spell and it caused it that?
No, I was holding it by its web.
That's even more messed up. You killed its home and then you relocated its home.
I don't know. I found it on the floor or something. So I was getting ready to take it outside and it started to fall out of my hands.
Oh, okay.
It was attached to a web. So this was not a premeditated plan.
This was just
like, I was on the way to put it outside and it just happened.
I love how we're doing a review of a movie and we don't like this just is my typical thing, like where
you can tell we haven't talked on the phone in a while.
Yes, that's true, because otherwise I think a lot of this stories would already be told. I did not know about the weight loss thing. I think that's awesome. That's really funny. Look out of
I mean, part of me just kind of wanted to try it.
How much were they selling it for?
I want to say like $15.
$15? Hold on one second. My dog's trying to get it out. 1 second. dog sitting, and my sister's dog wanted to leave out of the room, and the door was shut. But anyway, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. All right, so I'm just still fast. You said like $15. That's like nothing.
I know what you're gonna do as soon as this podcast.
Oh hell no! I ain't fucking with that shit. And I mean, like, look, I'm getting fat, but I'm like, all right, I'm cool with that.
Oh no, you don't. No, you're not.
I was like looking at my face, going, "Oh shit, my face got like, feels like it's gotten a little chubbier." But it's okay, But I mean, let me see. Do they have like spells on growing your hair out, growing your hair out?
I'm sure they do.
I bet they do. On growing your hair out. Or your hair. And then I'm gonna say Etsy. Let's see. I want to see this shit. Now I know they sell spells on Etsy.
I've opened a can of worms.
Hair growth spell, $80 from Etsy. Aw.
I bet the seller that I found could do it cheaper.
Wait, it says reverse hair loss and regrow hair for $30. What is that though? That's not spelled. It's like a oh, there's a hair loss spell on enemy.
Oh gosh.
So that's $100 plus free shipping, which I don't think they ship anything. I think they.
Well, I
would imagine they just give you like the spell itself, right? Yeah.
I mean, an easier, cheaper way to do that is just put Nair in your enemy's shampoo bottle. I saw that in a movie.
Okay, I didn't know if you were just thinking this on your own. You're like, what would I do?
No, I can come up with good ideas sometimes, but not like ideas that would cause somebody harm or distress. I'm a nurse. That's not in my nature.
Yeah, you heal thy neighbor. You don't you don't look for ways to
torture them.
Yeah, or to make them go bald. But that's funny. Like, I did not know they sell spells on Etsy. That's so freaking that just blows my mind right here. Like, forget the review. Like that.
Y'all, if there is one takeaway from this podcast, know that Etsy sells magic spells.
Yep, Etsy spells magic spells. That's awesome. There you go. That should be like their slogan now. Like, Etsy sells the magic spells. I mean, why wouldn't people want to fucking, like be curious to try them? I mean, I don't know. Maybe one day I will. Maybe one day I'll buy.
Maybe we should dedicate a podcast to our reviews of Etsy spells. Like, each of us purchase an Etsy spell and do a review.
See if it worked. I don't know, man. If anything, Are You Afraid of the Dark has taught us not to play with that stuff. Every time, they whatever. And the funniest thing about that, it backfires. And the funniest thing about that is Sardo, the guy who runs the magic shop or whatever. He's always surprised when his stuff works. Every single time. It's like,
right.
He's like, oh, it works. Oh my God. All right. Now I'm like thinking, dude, it's been like 20 times, like, or when are you going to start getting it? Like, yeah, your shit works, but it's funny. You'll learn quickly that magic is not something to play with.
Right.
But, unless you want to lose some weight, maybe. If it works, hey, I want to see the reviews on that. Like, I want to see people who reviewed that Etsy spells and, oh, it worked. I'm 10 pounds, whatever, lighter. I mean, I don't know how many pounds they would promise you that you would lose. What if you don't lose anything? Do you get to return it?
I don't know.
Do you get your money back?
I
What if
would hope so.
what if the spell doesn't work?
But
Then
I mean, you have to take some responsibility for yourself too. Like, I wouldn't think that you could buy the magic spell and then go out and eat a crap ton of donuts and sit around watching Netflix all day and expect to lose weight.
um oh, there are reviews. Thank you very much. My hair has become more beautiful.
Shut up.
Her work is beautiful. Communication is great. Alicia is truly amazing. She answered all my questions. She was very sweet and communicative. She sent me a beautiful video of her work, and I cannot wait to see my results. Well, that doesn't. Let me know about the results. Don't let me know about the stuff beforehand. And that's nice that she, talks to her customers. But does it actually work?
I like to think that people are more likely to complain about something than they are to give praise. So I feel like if it hadn't worked, that person would have come back and left another review.
That's true. There's only 3 reviews though of that one, but there's been 200 and something of her, this Alicia chick who's selling more stuff, What? Spell to connect with your spirit animal. All right. 40.
I know what I'm buying when I get off of here.
I don't know if I want to connect with any, it's got a lion in it. I don't know if I want to connect with the lion.
Maybe it's friendly. Maybe it's like a Patronus that'll protect you.
I would hope so. I don't know. I would hope my spirit animal would be nice to me. With my luck, he'd be a dick. Your spirit animal is a fucking cock, is a fucking rooster. Those things are not nice.
No, they're not.
Wake my ass up in the morning and shit. I don't like you. Anyway, we are way off track, but that's usually what happens on all my podcasts. Hopefully we won't have any complaints, saying either you guys were way off track or God, you interviewed Liz and didn't let her speak.
Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. No, I think what's going to happen is people are going to enjoy this podcast thoroughly, and all of these Etsy magic shops are going to get a whole lot of business tonight. Or I mean, whenever this airs, I mean.
That's true, because people are going to be like, you're going to listen to us and they're going to be like, they sell magic spells that make you lose weight. Oh my God. Why have I been wasting my time, working out and, doing all that one. I mean, and that is the way now, right? Everybody's looking for an easier, softer way to do something. Right. They don't want to do the work, you're doing the work, but a lot of people are and you looked up how to lose weight fast. I guarantee you were looking for stuff like protein drinks to drink and stuff like that. And then you stumble across magic spells that actually do that. That's just amazing. I
was curious.
I mean, I would be too. I'm curious now. I'm wondering what the hell, what else could I find on there, But anyway, it looks like we're almost losing you now.
Sorry, my phone's on 10% and chargers sprout legs in my house and run away. So all I have is a short cord for my charger.
Yeah, holy shit. I'm sorry. Well, that probably means it's about time to wrap up. But I'm very glad you were here to do this show with me, and we were able to talk about In the Spider's Web. We did. It was a fun movie. It was cute.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it very much. I I think it's on like IMDb or something, like IMDb TV. We saw it on YouTube.
I watched it on Tubi.
Tubi, okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. So it's on Tubi. It's on. I think YouTube had one. I mean, it's all over the place. You can watch it anywhere. I own a copy of it. So it's definitely a movie that if you get a chance to watch it, go check it out. You'll probably really like it. I'm glad we didn't do too many spoilers, but we did do a couple things because you have to on one of these.
Right.
You can't not talk about the ending of the movie or whatever, just that's not going to happen. But once again, I'm very happy that you're on here. You are welcome back next season for the finale. I bet I already have something planned for you. And you'll be back on Indie Film Cafe and other stuff that we're doing. So really excited to which will probably be more on topic. I feel like this did go off topic, but I felt like it was fun off topic.
It was fun.
At least it went to spells and stuff. You never know where we're gonna go. But everybody, join us next month, where I think we're gonna be doing. Tustin Hubbard and I are gonna be doing Roadkill, which is a killer bird movie. So sounds kind of fun. I haven't seen any of these yet. I'm gonna watch them right before we do it. So I'm excited. I'm gonna check these out. So thank you so much. If you stick around for a second, everybody else, thank you guys. Enjoy the next episode next month. And until then, bye.